Do you plan your entire trip or you just wing it? Well, this is what I do to reduce travel stress and anxiety through a combination of both that I will explain to you. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to my channel. In doing this particular trip through the Chiricahua Mountains and also through Fort Bowie historic site, it got me thinking about how I plan my trips, and I've gotten a lot of questions over the years of how I plan and what I do. And it's really kind of turned into a hybrid of a little bit of planning and a lot of just winging it. And that falls into 4 different categories. There's the route planning, the fuel planning, where I'm going to stay, and then food and how I handle that. So I'm going to go through those 4 categories and what I do to hopefully help you plan your own trips, or maybe modify how you do things to take away some of the stress that comes with where you're going to sleep, which roads you're going to ride, where you're going to get gas, and ultimately where you're going to eat. I take my route planning pretty seriously as far as knowing where to ride. I'm not one of those riders that can just jump on my bike, point it in a direction and go. Whenever I get out, I have to have an objective in mind, and that's typically a section of trail or a road that I want to ride. Like for this particular trip, I wanted to ride the Geronimo Trail, and I also wanted to ride through the Chiricahua Mountains, so I created a route through those. Other ideas, or I'm wanting to ride a section of the Continental Divide Trail or maybe a BDR section. And so I'm always focused on that particular section of trail, and that is my objective. So for route running and what I do riding the route is I always have it planned around that route. Now, getting there, that varies. Like for this particular trip, I think I rode 450 miles just to get to the beginning of the Geronimo Trail. So that was a lot of road riding, and I try not to be on the interstate as much as possible. And then I'm still gonna probably have another 450 miles of road riding to get back. So not super efficient, but that was my objective. So from a route standpoint, I always plan the actual objective of riding a route, and I'll put it in Gaia, or I'll take routes that other people have created, or the BDR routes, and just grab those sections, and then I'll figure out how to get to the starting point of where I want to be, and then how I get home from that end point. All right, fuel. That is something that I take a brief look at before I go. There is a bit of planning. It's not totally winging it, and the reason for that is out west here, I could go 100+ miles between fuel stations. I think today, or from yesterday to today, it's gonna be over 150 miles from the last point that I got gas. So I kind of need to have an idea of where those gas points are gonna be. And then I also know that anytime I'm out here riding in their remote areas, if I've got 80+ miles on a tank of fuel and I'm gonna be doing a lot of dirt road riding, and I don't know where that next fuel station is, I will get gas and just top off the tank, knowing I've got 200+ miles of range, and I should be able to make it to wherever I'm going. And like I mentioned today, I think I'm gonna be around 150 to 160 from my last fuel point. Hoping it's not more than that, but I have the range for it. And that really just relieves a lot of what people call as fuel anxiety, which on some bikes can be pretty extreme, the T7 being an example of that, at least the older T7. So for me, I take a quick peek at the maps, see which towns have fuel, and then get an idea, if I know when I go past that, to fuel up to make sure I can get to the next gas station. It takes a lot of the pressure off. Where I'm going to sleep is always an interesting thing to try to figure out. And for me, this is where I wing it quite a bit. If I know I'm going to be traveling more than about 350 miles to get to my travel destination or the beginning of the trail, I'll typically either reserve a campsite or get a hotel that first night so that I know exactly where I'm going to be. But then from that point on, for the remainder of the trip, I wing it. I know that most of the forests here out west allow primitive camping, and that at some point I will find a place to stay. I've only ran into a couple of issues in the past where I haven't been able to because certain areas of forests have eliminated primitive camping, but it's pretty rare. And then on other occasions, if the weather is really awful, I'll just get a hotel. But I don't spend a lot of time thinking about where I'm going to stay. I just know I can find some place, and I don't mind doing primitive camping, and I don't mind being out away from everybody and just throwing up my tent and staying there. I've got questions about how I find those places. I just ride until I see something I like. And last night is a good example of, I probably saw 4 or 5 sites that I could have used, but maybe it wasn't as level as I wanted, or there were cows around that I didn't want to be sleeping next to, hearing them bellow all night, or have them wander through my campsite. So it's basically just pick and choose sites that have already been used where there's a fire ring and go from there. So as far as where I'm gonna sleep, typically wing it except for that first night, and then just do whatever I need to. If I need a hotel, I get a hotel. If I can find a great place to camp, I stay there. All right, I'm gonna stand over here. There's a yellow jacket flying around. I don't wanna get stung. Not a great way to, oh, shiza. All right, yellow jacket is gone. The final thing is food. I like to eat. I like to, dang it, it's back. I like to eat. When I get hungry, I make bad decisions. It makes me tired. So I always make sure I carry a little bit of food with me. Usually enough I could last 2 or 3 days if for some reason I got stuck out somewhere and something really dramatic happened. But I'm on a bike, I'm going through gas stations, I'm going through towns. I usually just get food. Definitely lunch wherever I go. I carry breakfast and stuff to have for dinners. But lunches are easy, and then on occasion I will swing by a Mexican restaurant, pick up a burrito to go. I like eating those at camp. It's nice and easy. I don't have to make anything, which I'm always a fan of not having to make food. So just kind of winging the food thing and making sure I have a little bit with me does it. I know some riders out there will do breakfast, lunch, and dinner at restaurants and in town or whatever else. I personally don't like to do that. It's that adds up. It gets quite expensive, and trying to travel on more of a budget. That's why I bring what I can and then eat lunches in town. All right, those are the 4 categories that I really look at as causing the most stress for riders, and that is the route that you're gonna ride, where you're gonna get fuel, where you're gonna sleep, and where you get food. I don't think it's all that complicated. I see videos of people posting what they do, and I think they overcomplicate the whole process, the whole experience. Really the best thing you can do is just get on your bike and ride, and then figure it out as you go. You don't really need to plan anything. I like to plan the route and kind of figure it out from there. And it's not complicated. And I know for newer riders, it can feel a little bit intimidating, but the more you do it, the easier it gets and the more experience you get at doing it. So anyway, just my thoughts. If you have any other tips that you recommend people do when they're trying to travel to reduce stress, leave that in the comments below. It'd be great to hear what you have to say and things that you do that maybe is different from me that has made your experience better or easier. So remember, you can always make more money, but you cannot make more time. So get out and do that ride that you're thinking about. Go figure these things out and see what works for you, planning or winging it. Thanks for watching. Get out, do some riding, ride safe, and I will see you out there. Hopefully it'll leave me alone this time. No, don't go in there.